Congrats to the four newest members of the Baseball Hall of Fame. Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens, both tainted by the steroid scandal, edged up, but again fell short. They have 4 more years on the ballot. Will, I'll start with you. Do Clemens and Bonds belong in the Hall?
They do not belong in the Hall of Fame. The bottom line is they cheated. And look, cheaters don't belong in the Hall of Fame. It's a place of honor. It's a place of eternal recognition. And when you cheat, you don't just cheat others, you cheat yourself. You cheat yourself of this honor. And it would be a disservice to those who did not cheat. It would be a disservice to those who just simply worked hard to get there. It would be a disservice to, honestly, anybody we're trying to teach lessons to in life, be it children or adults. Do the right thing and you get to the right places. If we let people do the wrong thing and get to the same place, there's no incentive to do the right thing. So why would they belong in the Hall of Fame? They're part of baseball's story. You can't erase their records, but you don't have to bestow upon them every honor that you do to someone who did it right, who did not cheat. That's the bottom line. They don't belong.
I am apparently the only person who understands this. And after I say what I'm going to say, there really is, like, good luck, everybody else. This is really easy, really easy. Will, and everyone who feels that way, you're so wrong. It's unbelievable. The history of baseball shows it's not about the cheating. It is about the efficacy of the cheating. And as Stephen A. pointed out on SportsCenter, I will define that, the effectiveness of the cheating. That's what it's really about. Why? Because throughout baseball history, spitballs, corked bats, stealing signs, on and on and on, and from many in the Hall of Fame. So it's not about that. It's about the efficacy. What did the cheating result in? If it was just about the cheating, the Hall would be much less full than it is. So what about the efficacy of the cheating? Well, if you were a Hall of Famer, at the moment you started cheating, you'd already had a Hall of Fame career, you're in. You're not going to get the horse back in the barn, unring the bell. You're in. If you are not a Hall of Famer when you started cheating and the cheating made you a Hall of Famer, you're not in. It's really that simple. Now, for those who say, well, there are all kinds of players who may have cheated and we'll never know, and they're in the Hall of Fame, that's right. That's too bad. You know, if the cheating got them in and we don't know, that's too bad. That's not a reason to let others, where it's obvious that they cheated. I'm not talking about just purely suspicion. A guy came in the league with a big forehead and a lot of muscles, and he was always a great hitter. Well, we suspect he was juicing. No, that's not enough to keep him out. But someone where you could say right there he started cheating, like, for example, Barry Bonds in 2001, when he suddenly becomes this monster whose numbers double basically at the age of 36, inexplicably. Bonds was already a first ballot, slam dunk, should be unanimous Hall of Famer at that point. The fact that he then became greater than Babe Ruth as a hitter doesn't disqualify what he did earlier. Or, as I said, everyone ever caught with a corked bat or stealing signs or throwing a spitball wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. And we all know that that's not the case. Many of them are, even when they admitted it, even when it was widely known, even when there was evidence for it. So, Bonds in, obviously. Clemens, borderline. Do you value peak performance over a 10-year period? If you do, and I do, he's in. If you think he needed to tack on more years when he started, obviously, Toronto Triple Crown, Cy Youngs, when he was, by the way, in steady decline before that, then you would say no. McGuire's a no. Sosa is a no. Bonds is a yes. Clemens is a close call. I would vote yes. This ain't hard.
You know, it's interesting because for me, I agree with a lot of the points that Max just made to justify Bonds getting in. I think Bonds is a Hall of Famer because he was a Hall of Famer before steroids really became in vogue. When you look at the 409-page Mitchell report that came out early in the 2000s, I think it's like 2007 or whatever. It's a 409-page report. You're talking about 31 All-Stars, how many league MVPs, 2 Cy Young Award winners, a player from every position, more than 85 names that ultimately elevated to about 103 to 107 names. These were all names that were in the report. So basically what it is indicative of, Will, is the fact that this was going on all over the place. To use Max's words in terms of efficacy, when you look at it from that perspective, how many people did it actually affect? If I'm the only one cheating, or that's what you want to call it, then that's fine. But if everybody associated with me practically is doing it, but I'm still better than them, just like I was better than them before I started using steroids, to me, that shouldn't take away from anything. Now, if you want to put an asterisk next to my name and say, put me in the Hall of Fame, but I was associated with this, I'm all for that, identifying my transgressions or what you believe to be my transgressions to be, then I understand that. But as it pertains to Barry Bonds, there's nothing that justifies to me leaving him out of the Hall of Fame. Roger Clemens is an entirely different matter. And it's not because of what Max is saying. Will, it's because he's stupid. It's just that simple. I don't usually call folks names like that, but I'm talking about the stupidity that this man exercised is beyond the pale. Think about this. Unlike Sammy Sosa, unlike Rafael Palmeiro, unlike Mark McGwire, this man was retired. This man was gone, Will. Nobody was bothering him. And then he wanted to sit up there and dare Congress to call him up to Capitol Hill to give sworn testimony under oath about his innocence when Brian McNamee had already dimed him out, when there were other witnesses, when you got his wife receiving mail that's coming to the house and they've got that documented. She's looking buffed and in shape like she could run a marathon, but this guy's going to act like he could have run a mile, like he's totally innocent in all of this. He had an opportunity to go away from the game, mind his business, not try to doggedly fight something where the guilt was clearly aimed in his direction, and he didn't do so. Others didn't bring it on themselves the way that Roger Clemens did, and I think that's why Roger Clemens deserves to be out more than anything else. Barry Bonds should be in.